I spent 9 months to build this aircraft, and the sun destroyed it. This video is a long time coming, but join me as I finish working on this project. Watch it collapse in front of my eyes and see how I tried to fix it. So today, let me take you through the roller coaster. In the previous video, I started this project. I designed and printed the jet, and today we are finishing it off. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. It will be appreciated greatly. In the previous video, I mentioned that I wanted to use stickers to create the aircraft livery, because painting the model would be more difficult and require a high level of accuracy and skill. So I covered the aircraft with paper and drew an outline, which I then scanned. Then I traced the images and designed a livery around it, printed it out, cut it out, and taped it down onto the aircraft. And yeah, that's when I realized that creating stickers wouldn't be as easy as I thought, and would come with its own set of challenges. I abandoned the idea and decided to go with spray painting the model instead. But I needed to make the model smooth first. I had this old package of resin used to make 3D printed objects smooth and shiny. So I got out my disposable gloves, put them on, and began making a mix of resin. I began applying the resin onto the aircraft, but before doing that, I did a few test runs on 3D printed scrap. The tests went well, and I got a lot of insight from it, but at the same time, I wasted a lot of resin. When I finally got to doing the aircraft, things went horribly wrong. I got distracted and some resin matured before I applied it. I tried to use it, and the tail section of the aircraft ended up bumpy. This is where the most time-consuming part begins, sanding. And this took over 2 months. Yes, you heard that right, 2 months. The type of resin I used, XTC 3D, is difficult to sand in my experience, because it would get soft from the heat generated from the friction and ruin the sandpaper, and hence why it took so long to sand. I also only had a few hours each weekend to sand, but eventually I had to put the brakes on this project because my school exams were coming up. Before we continue, I want to thank everyone who is still watching up to this point. It is greatly appreciated, and it means you are a true member of the skies. Please do continue till the end of the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. After my exams in the middle of November, I tried to restart work on the aircraft. But burnout hit me hard, and I grew lazy. I stopped working on it consistently. I would sand the aircraft there and then, but I lost my rhythm. And by early December, I had realized I spent around $10 on sandpaper alone, and over 10 hours sanding. Facing these costs, I decided it wasn't worth continuing on this path to perfection. So I decided to skip right onto painting. As usual, I did a few experiments with the cans I had on some discarded prints before painting the aircraft itself. Before we continue, here's a photo of the look that I'm trying to aim for. To try and get the details the best I can, I used a pencil to draw out the details and masking tape to make sure those details come out. Everything was going well until after I painted the wings. At this point, it was already December and in the middle of summer. As I mentioned earlier, the resin wasn't handling the heat very well, and it so happened there were some insane heat waves during this period. I hadn't finished painting the aircraft when I was away at camp, and when I got back, it was a disaster. Opening the cabinet where I store the aircraft, I pulled it out when I realized the left side of the aircraft fuselage had suffered severe damage. I was devastated. I guess what happened is a series of heat waves had caused the resin to absorb a lot of heat and made the material soft. The air trapped inside expanded and it warped. But nevertheless, work on the aircraft remained paused for the rest of December. By the beginning of January, I had begun work on a new model, but decided this version was going to be more detailed, but it wasn't going to be painted. This model would come with an interior and a working cargo door. But this is all for another video, so don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. But I ultimately decided to restart work on the original aircraft, just so that I could keep it in a somewhat presentable state. I repaired the aircraft the best I could, and repainted the white sections of the fuselage. Then I began painting the details onto the wings and the vertical stabilizer. Moving on to the landing gear before painting the air zim strips, which was the most difficult part, as I had to cut out the outlines for each strip by hand using a blade and masking tape. So, this is the aircraft today. It's far from what I wanted, but I learnt a lot from it, and I hope you learned something as well. In terms of this video, the part that took the longest was writing the script and editing this video, but that's mainly my fault. I'm currently working on making two models, a Boeing 767-200 and a Boeing 787-8. However, I don't have plans to finish the 767 anytime soon, because I kind of made a promise to finish the 787 first. Honestly, 2025 has been a very interesting year for me, and I've started making models professionally. But guys, thank you for watching this video till the end. I have some exciting projects planned, and I would love to share them with you guys. So if you haven't already, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. But for now, see you all next time.